around the Department of Defense. This is your daily news brief.
Spring showers. I'm Navy Petty Officer 2nd Class Ashley Guire. Massive flooding in Nebraska has caused the National Guard's Camp Ashland to be closed and left Offutt Air Force Base operating with only essential personnel. Over the weekend, rivers breached several levees following heavy rain and snow melt upstream. Flooding began Friday and now affects about 1/3 of Offutt. The flooding covers a portion of the base that includes most of their fixed-wing reconnaissance aircraft hangars. A majority of the aircraft were moved to higher ground, while 8 were flown to National Guard facilities in Tampa, Florida. Base officials evacuated the base lake, a recreational camping area, early Friday, and personnel worked to strengthen base facilities with more than 235,000 sandbags and 460 flood barriers to minimize damage. Military officials said they are surveying damage as they wait for the water to recede. Acting Defense Secretary Patrick Shanahan welcomed the French defense chief to the Pentagon to talk about activities in the Middle East. Shanahan said they would discuss their common efforts in Iraq and in Syria in their meeting. He also said France has been supporting efforts indirectly in Syria and directly in Iraq.
Just maybe a brief comment on Syria. We're working closely with the Turks, their strategic partner. More importantly, we're on plan for our drawdown in Syria. We're in close coordination with our de-ISIS coalition partners on the real details of the planning.
The secretary said he was ready to answer questions that France had about the progress in the region and America's actions moving forward. U.S. Marines are participating in the annual Army-led Dynamic Front exercise, which brings together more than 3,200 service members from 27 nations.
This training is important because we got to know our elements. Our elements are definitely a huge threat to us and a major concern to our higher-ups.
During the exercise, service members will train together and share best practices and lessons learned in the field. For more on this story, visit defense.gov. That's your DoD News Brief. I'm Navy Petty Officer 2nd Class Ashley Guire. You can find more stories about your military on defense.gov and by using hashtag KnowYourMil.